Island. Mystic. Pass.
1 for top. Pass.
Bayou. Soul Ring and pass.
Swamp, pass.
I'll pay it for the first round. Draw.
I'll play an Ancient Tomb. I'll tap Ancient Tomb Island for a Ristic Study.
Playing Doth the Triumph. I'll tap to play Dark Confidant.
Fish will die. Ship and Reef. 2 for Helm of Awakening.
Are you paying 1 for that?
No, I'm not.
Alright, I'll draw.
So, alright, now I'm gonna tap for blue. For Ponder.
I'll draw off that. I'll cast Mox Amber. Tap for 2, 3, 1 generic floating. I'll take 2. I'll cast my commander. With the 1 floating, I'll activate top.
Okay, 1 tap. Reveal Red Elemental Blast. Take 1. I'll play Wounded Foothills. Crack it.
Cards in hand, Ace.
I currently have 6 cards in hand.
I'm gonna tap 5, bring out the king. I'll
Alright.
swing 2 at John.
I'll cast a Bubbling Muck, not paying for Ristic. I'll cast Toxic Deluge for 2, paying for Ristic. And I will pump Kenrith is at 5/5. I'll pump 5 life into that. With the 1 floating and 2, I'll cast Liliana, Waker of the Dead. Okay, I'm going to tick her up. Each player discards a card, and each opponent who can't loses life. I'm going to discard and Animate Dead.
I'll discard a Mystic Sanctuary.
I'll discard Serum Visions.
Discard a Collector Room.
Shotgun a Steam Vents. I'll tap 3. Cast my
I'm gonna pay 1 for Mana Leak.
blue. Swan Song that.
Are you paying 1 for that?
No, I'm not.
I'll draw. I will pay 2 life. Mental Misstep it. 4. I'll cast my commander again. Pass.
For Carpet of Flowers.
Are you paying for that?
No, you can have it. 4. And I'll bring out Teferi, Ageless Insight. So actually it's 3, huh?
I'll take Liliana down to 2 to give Baral -3/-3 until, or -4/-4 until end of turn.
-4,
Nope,
-4.
it is 3. Pay 4 for a Guest Grimoire, and I'll pay for Ristic.
Tap blue for Impulse. Then I'll tap 1 for a Fellwar Stone.
Are you paying for a stick?
Yeah.
Alright. Actually, under your turn, I'm gonna pay 1 for top.
On your end step also, I'm gonna Mystical Tutor. I cannot pay for Reveal a Windfall.
I'll tap 2, I'll take 2. I'll cast Wave Break Hippochamp.
2. I'll pay the extra for Ristic, floating 1 colorless. I'm gonna destroy Ristic Study. Alright, I'll use 1 and 1 of the floating, and I'll attempt to Windfall.
I'm gonna counter spell.
Okay.
Then Wave Break Hippochamp trigger. So I'll draw for spell.
I will tick up Liliana. Each player discards a card.
Alright.
I will discard a Chroma.
I'll discard an island.
Fire Covenant.
Static Orb.
3 players' opponents discard a card. I'll draw 3 off Geth Grimoire. I'll pay 1 for Rotting Rats. Each player discard a card.
Alright. I'll
Discard
discard an island.
Cyclonic Rift.
Nev's Disc. Yep. I'll draw 3 more cards off Geth. Delve 4. Actually, delve 3, 4, 5, and 1 Tasker's Cruelty. Each opponent discards 2 cards.
Alright.
Hmm.
I will discard 2 more islands.
Lotus Petal, Massacron Scepter.
Okay. Strike.
I have no cards in hand.
Okay, you're hellbent. I will draw 4. I will cast Mind Twist. X is 2 on Ace. Discard
What does that
2
do?
cards at random.
Discard 2 cards at random. Alright. I'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
For the card you keep, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or whatever works.
Card to keep. So I'll keep this one. We dump Vulcan Shackles and a Supreme Will.
Okay. I'll draw 2. Let's see. I guess I'll pay 1 for a Waste Knot. And I'll pay 1 for Tinybones.
Tap 5. Attempt to cast Jhoira.
Alright, under your turn, I'll take 2. And I'll top. I will attempt to cast my commander again. Lily for 2 with Wave Break.
I'll jump with the rat.
5, 6, 7. I'll play my commander. I'll give Kenrith haste and I'll swing at Liliana.
I'll jump with Tinybones. I'll take Liliana up. Each player discard a card.
Alright, I'll
Discard a land.
discard Pongify.
Pongify, so that's 1 draw.
From Mox.
I'm empty.
Draws, and you're empty. Okay, so Waste Not, I'm going to draw 2 cards off of that, and then 2 cards off Geth. Go ahead and 1, 2, 3, 4, we'll recast Tinybones. 1, 2, I will cast a Phyrexian Arena. 5, I'll cast Gary. Devotions 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Your
I'll
Tinybones.
respond before the before end step.
Okay, so
Yeah, I'll pay 1 to tap top, or to activate top rather. Then I'll pay 1 to rapid hybridization Tinybones. Yes, a green frog lizard. Hippochamp trigger. I'll draw top.
3. Sure, yeah. For Aetherflux Reservoir, I'll play a Tormod's Crypt, get another draw trigger, tap 1 for Torpor Orb. So I'll gain 3 life, get a draw trigger.
I will, for 1, I'll play top.
3 there, leaving 4. And I'll draw 2 cards with Kenrith. I will play Hallowed Fountain. 3, I'll play Mayhem Devil. 4, leaving... That's the last of that. And I'll draw 2 more cards. I guess I'll just swing directly at you then, just to keep the attack going.
not block with the 8 then, and I'll take 5 commander.
I'll pay 1 and I'll Chain of Vapor your Geth's Grimoire. Cast trigger on the Hippochamp, I'll draw a card.
I'm going to pay 1 mana to Duress Strike.
Dramatic Reversal, Viscopia Guildmage, and Elves of the Deep Shadow.
Waste not trigger, I'll draw a card. I'm just going to tick her up. Each player discard a card.
Urza.
Thassa's Oracle.
Creature,
Elves of the Deep Shadow.
and creature. So I'll get 3 zombies. I'll spend 3 mana to cast Painful Quandary.
I'll look at top. Oh, I'll top rather.
Okay.
I'll pay 2. I'll get Probe John.
Okay, so I have No Mercy, Gets Grimoire, Mindstone, to Swamp, Ad Nauseam, and Crawl Space.
3. I'm gonna transmute Teleria West. I'll get Pact.
Alright, I'll use the other 3 and Underground Sea to do 2 more draws. And I'll play Viscopia Guildmage, and I will discard Leyline of the Void.
Okay. Waste not trigger, I'll draw a card. 2. I want to cast an Extraplanar Lens.
I'll take 1 for the team. I'll force a Will It, exiling Thassa's Oracle.
All right.
Life.
I'm just going to tip Lily up to 5. Each player discard a card.
Alright, I'll discard my Pact.
Pact and Misstep. So I'll draw 2 off that. Little late. I'll play Liliana's Caress. I'll cast a Bag of Holding for free. I'll pay 1 for my... That's right, it's cheap. And then I'll pass.
On your turn, I'll top. Activate top.
Tap 2 and 2, draw 2 cards. I'm going to use 1 more of the mana, and I'm going to play Mystic Remora, card Averson's Pilgrim.
If that's a creature, I'll add a zombie. And you'll take 2 damage off of Liliana's Caress.
Use 1. I'll play Mana Vault, discard Frozen Ether.
Okay, I'll draw a card off that one, and you'll lose 2 life.
I'll activate Viscopia Guildmage. Whenever you gain life this turn, each opponent loses that much life. And then 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. So that'll gain me 10 life. And you guys will lose 10 life.
End of turn. I'm going to cast Ad Nauseam.
You gonna pay for Mystic Remora?
No, you could draw.
I'll top in response to that.
Okay, I'll tap you to mana drain that.
Mana Drain. You gonna pay 5 life or discard a card?
Yeah, I'm gonna pay 5 life.
I'll pay 2 for a Sangromancer, and then I will take Liliana up. Each player discards a card.
Alright, I'll discard Misdirect.
Read from the reel.
Each of you is going to lose 2 life, and I will gain 6. I'll move to combat. I will swing the 8 and 5 zombies at David.
I'll block 1, 2, 2 with Jhoira, and then
Okay.
take
11.
4, 8, 11. Yeah, okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll recast Tinybones. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll recast the Guest Grimoire. Tinybones trigger. Sorry. There we go.
Step 2, fabricate.
Mhm.
I'll lose 5 life, and I'll go grab the Sensei's top. Free to cast. I'll lose 5 life, and I'll gain 2, so I'll be at 7, I guess. Tap the top to draw a card. Psych Rift. Just the painful quandary.
On your turn, I'll top again because I forgot what was there. I'll pay 1 blue. I'll cast Chart a Course. I'll draw 2, then discard a card. I'm sorry. I discarded a land.
I'm going to draw a card. You're going to lose 2 life. I'm going to pay 2 to tap the Bag of Holding, to draw a card, then discard a card. Draw, and then I'm going to discard a Gibbering Descent, and I'm going to cast it for its madness cost.
So I'll do Fierce Guardianship on that.
Okay.
Alright, I'm gonna play Cascading Cataract land for 1 of the 5. And I'll play Furburrow Elder and Vivian Graph Mage. And actually, Vivian Graph Mage first, actually. And that's gonna get 5 counters on it. So if I take 5 of the mana and pump that, leaving 1 with Soul Ring into the Cataract, that'll give me 5 mana of any combination of colors. I'll just use that for 5 blues. The other 5 here, make that 10. That's 5 untaps that I can do, giving me 1 red. I'll pay to give them all haste. And then that would give me 5 white, 5 black, 5 red, 5 blue, 5 green. And I can just keep going with the untap now, back and forth, create infinite mana of each color, and then I can use the Scopia Guild Mage if I want to just kill you guys by gaining life.
Yep.
Yep.
Sounds good. Wow.
That was a freaking close game.
Game review. So I think this was an excellent showing of Tinybones. When Tinybones is out, or when the game plan of Tinybones is out, it seems like it goes pretty well with denying your opponent's resources, and it becomes really hard to respond or do anything in a game. Even as a blue player, I wasn't able to do pretty much anything. That was also in conjunction with people destroying a few of my things, for good reason, of course. John's deck was just really strong here with Tinybones. Unfortunately for David, he wasn't able to do too much because I ended up countering his commander, and this was one of those games where it shows that perhaps you shouldn't counter anything too soon, especially in this situation. I feel like if I hadn't countered David's commander in first place, we probably wouldn't be in this deep of a situation because we've been able to draw more cards and potentially either win sooner or even interact with John more, which would allow me to essentially have more cards in my hand. So it's probably one of those games where maybe I shouldn't have countered Jhoira, although I think I did counter Jhoira because it was going to be the only commander out, and being the blue player and having my turn be next, it seems to be at quite a disadvantage at being the next person behind the blue player to cast their commander. So it was just unfortunate for John all in all, and I think next time I have to make sure I'm aware of what will happen if there's a tiny one at the table and I am the blue player. I can't answer everything, and so having people with other answers is also quite good. My deck, I think, went pretty decently as well, although I didn't pop off too much with Hippo Break Champion. It did draw me a lot of cards. This is your typical Baral deck, nothing too special, although I have a few kind of cool tech cards that I want to try more and more, but I haven't really got to them yet. However, this is basically just a typical Brawl deck, so I think it performed just as well as most Brawl decks. However, I don't have the fast mana, which is why this is essentially just a high-powered EDH game. The next we had Strike Dead. Strike Dead performed incredibly well with Kenrith, piloting insanely well. Unfortunately, we did miss a Liliana. Apparently, Liliana was supposed to die because, fun fact, Kenrith's first ability gives trample and haste to all creatures, and Liliana had already upticked when we noticed that she wasn't supposed to, because she would have been dead from the trample that Kenrith had. So that was unfortunate, and that may have changed the game a little bit. It did get rid of 3 other players' cards, so that probably was bigger than what we thought, but what can you do? It's in the past. Other than that, Strike Dead's deck went off pretty nicely. I think, like, despite discarding a win con, like, he just won despite that, because of the Cascading Cataracts, which is pretty nice. It also helped a lot that he had a Carpet of Flowers and a Teferi's Ageless Insight. Whenever he activated Kenrith, he just drew 2 cards. Whenever he drew a card that wasn't his first draw per turn, he just drew 2 cards, which was pretty strong. Which I'm not sure if it goes to show how strong Teferi's Ageless Insight. It's a 4-mana enchantment that doesn't do too much at the moment until you start drawing things like Mystic Remora or Rhystic Study in the first place. But maybe it should be worth noted at. I did give him like 6 mana per turn with the Carpet of Flowers, but yeah, a lot of things happened, and it was a pretty interesting game nonetheless, especially with everything that was happening with Tinybones. This is my first time seeing Tinybones pop off like this, which is really interesting to see. But yeah, tell me what you guys think about this game in the comment section down below. If you guys like this game, make sure you guys like it. Other than that, peace out, guys, and hope you enjoyed this game. Peace.